Hello everyone, it's Jen from Old Tinkerer Studio. In this tutorial, we will be learning about multi-object editing, materials, and rendering in Blender 2.83. So let's get on with the tutorial. In Blender 2.83, you can edit multiple separate objects at the same time. If you want to be able to work on multiple meshes at once, all you need to do is select all the meshes and then tab into edit mode. When you tab back into object mode, the meshes are still separate objects. In Blender 2.83, when you add a material, you are automatically given the option of the Principal BSDF shader. The Principal BSDF shader not only allows you to change the base color, but it also has a subsurface color, which is useful when adding material to such things as skin. In addition, you have multiple options for your materials, such as metallic, roughness, sheen, and transmission. The Principal BSDF shader is a PBR shader, a physically based rendering shader. This means that the shader allows for a more realistic look to the material. This is especially noticeable in reflections. Reflections change depending upon the angle you are observing them. For example, if you look at a shiny car straight on, you don't see much reflection. But if you look at it from an angle, you will begin to see reflections of the surrounding environment. This is called a Fresnel effect, and this is what is now standard in Blender for both Cycles and Eevee. The rendering options are now under the Render menu, where you can render an image or an animation. Just a few notes about the Eevee render engine, which is the default engine in 2.8. Bounce lighting in Eevee render engine is not automatic. Under the render properties, you need to enable the screen space reflections. Shadows will also be very rough because Eevee doesn't have proper ray tracing. This can be solved by selecting the light and adjusting the shadow properties under the light tab. A better method is to enable soft shadows under the shadow sections of the render properties, and then adjust the size of the light. Often the shadows of the mesh that is closest to the floor doesn't have a natural looking shadow in Eevee. This can be solved by selecting the light and then enabling the contact shadows under the light tab and adjust the available options. In the next Blender 2.83 Basics tutorial, we will be exploring modeling. If you're interested in learning more about 3D art and animation, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.